The, another thing that we're taking a look at in the various committees, something that Jorge, Linda, and I have been talking about, is how to get this advisory board engaged and involved. You hear one presentation today on the community cats, and of course that may itself become its own committee. There could be other committees that may come out of that. We're going to be having some more discussions. We're here for any input you might have, and we'll talk more about that in our June meeting, with maybe some proposals at that point that'll help do that. And Jorge's already had talk with one of our members about helping out the shelter in a very special way, and make sure some of that later on in his presentation. And so with that, I'd ask Linda, do you have anything to add? Okay, great. Have you had an opportunity to take a look at the minutes for our March meeting? Are there any changes and additions to the published minutes?
I wasn't here. That's the only thing. I wasn't here last meeting.
You were in spirit, apparently.
I was in spirit. I was in spirit. But physically, no.
Okay, well, great. Well, we'll make that correction. Are there any other corrections? Not here. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as published with that one correction? Second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor? Consider.
second?
All in favor? Minutes have then been approved with that one correction.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the subcommittee updates, the Spot Clinic did hold did have an event, I know, in March. Is there an update on that already?
Is there anybody here from Humane Society? No.
Would you share what you?
Yeah, so the so the last clinic before, well, the entire, for the month of March, there were 6 surgeries total. That's 2 different clinics. So the first one, first part of March was 5 surgeries, and then the second part of March, I think it was 1. I want to say it's 3. I was hoping that someone from the Humane Society of Piedmont would be here to help us clear that up. But it was either 6 to 8 surgeries in the entire month of March. There is a clinic scheduled for tomorrow. As of today, there's only 1 animal scheduled for that event. So we need to talk about, one of the things this contract was signed and the agreement was accessibility. I don't think we're meeting that, and I don't think we're meeting that in any which way of the definition of accessible.
Where is that one tomorrow? Where will they must be?
DSS, but the vehicle's not moving. So the event before this one, the one 2 weeks ago, the animals were picked up at DSS by Humane Society personnel and then taken to the Humane Society where the surgeries were done there, and then brought back to DSS for their owners to pick up the animals. And I believe tomorrow's event is going to be the same way, where the vehicle's not going to move. It's just gonna, the Spot vehicle's not moving, it's staying there, and I think their staff is just driving over to DSS to pick up that 1 animal.
Well, are they using this Spot capability at all, or are they just simply using their facilities there at the?
They're using their facilities right now.
So right now, effectively, Spot's not Spot, not for instance.
Not the way it was designed on
Exactly.
paper. It's
Yep.
not being used that way.
Yeah, because one of the concerns, I raised last time had to do with the fact we really want to put this into the areas of the community where it can make a difference. And that's people who don't have transportation, maybe it's hard to get the word out, and so on and so forth. And so that's definitely something that we need to really look at, because the intent's not being met.
Not 6 a month.
And the fact that we aren't going into the communities where we might be the most good too, which should be the hot spots of where animal services is
Working.
working.
Yeah, so I think we need to look at the entire thing all over again. I think we need to put it back on the table, look at what's working, what's not working, and why it is or it isn't, and really see if we are willing to invest this much time and resources into this program. We need to make sure that we are definitely getting, that amount of surgeries for, because 6 surgeries in a month, 8 surgeries in a month, 15 surgeries in a month is not gonna reduce the number of animals being, the unwanted births and animals coming into the shelter.
Jorge, you're talking about the DSS on Maple Street, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the only thing about that location is it's kind of hidden. It's kind of back a little way off the road. I wonder if you'd consider looking at putting the spot vehicle on the public health facility on Window,
On Wendover?
because there is an awful lot more traffic there. And you could even put up some type of really inexpensive signage a few days in advance, week in advance, what have you. See if that doesn't help. We of course run ads through social media or what have you, or our Facebook pages and what have you, but that traffic, and it's right around the corner from DSS.
Yeah, our animal control officers have flyers. So every time they're out in the community, they're handing out the flyers list the numbers and the agencies to call to obtain those vouchers for surgery. So there is a disconnect, because I know the flyers are going out by the officers, so there is a disconnect by the time the individual receives the flyer to scheduling the appointment. So I believe the information is getting out, it's just the actual service is not happening. We need to figure out why that is, whether it's accessibility, visibility, and I think we just need to put everybody back on the table, put the contract back on the table, and just look at it and really dissect it.
With Justin, right now, we invested to get that truck up where it could be operational as a local surgical unit, and it's not being used as one.
Right.
And that just totally defeats what the idea was with Spot to start with, which is get in the community, people can bring their dogs, and they can be dealt with there on site and not have to be, if we're gonna run them back, they could have been done that before.
Right, and it's
If we really get down to it, I mean, that's.
Yeah, it's almost what Mr. Conrad was saying is the visibility piece too. It's sitting in that parking lot. I mean, if we really want it to be visible, let's bring it up closer to Wendover and park it in their parking lot so we can see the spot.
Yeah, at least move it.
So there's things that we can probably be doing with that. And then also the driver for the Spotmobile is an EMS driver. So we have to request, so that EMS driver is reserved on those two specific dates to move the vehicle. So it puts a burden on EMS when we have to ask for a driver from that department to come in, so.
Does it have to be that particular driver, or do you want to
Yeah.
class B?
Class B or grade,
My husband
yeah.
is that, he's got everything, I say, whatever.
Yeah.
If you ever need it, I mean, he loves trucks.
He's a class A, class B, whatever.
Was this program not up and running in the past, and then there was a time when it wasn't, and it just got running again? I mean, how did it do in the past?
That was before my time, so.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was before
well,
my time.
Aaron, I hate to put you on the spot, Aaron, I know you're just walking in. Not to put you on the spot, right, on the 20th, but, we're talking about Spot. So, can you give us an update on?
Sure. We're doing our fourth spot tomorrow. We have had a difficult time recruiting pet owners who want to take part in this program. We have two partners, Department of Social Services in Greensboro. That department is set up to distribute vouchers, but people have to come in interested in getting the voucher in the first place. The second one is Greensboro Housing Coalition. They are more boots in the ground. They are in communities. But again, that is not their main objective when they are in folks' homes, is to distribute spot vouchers. But they do have the ability. They have been trained to do so. Again, they are not animal medical professionals. They notice an animal that is unaltered and they may mention it, they may not. The Humane Society of the Piedmont has done some pretty grassroots marketing campaigns on Facebook and other social media. When we first started the Spot vehicle in November, we had some TV coverage and some articles written, etc. Because we took the break in the winter, I think we lost a little bit of momentum. I am hoping that our rescue partners, when you see folks, and our animal control officers can distribute information. I do have flyers. please contact us at the Humane Society if you would like a flyer to pass out. We want this program to succeed, but we need more takers immediately if this is going to keep going. And I don't have a lot of history. I wasn't around when Spot was up and running when other people were doing it, so I don't really know best practices as far as how it's worked in Greensboro before. So, looking to the community to support the program and to come to me with referrals, ideas, partnerships, etc.
I can speak a little bit to the history of Spot. I mean, originally it was bought, it wound up in Greensboro from the SPCA. They were the ones that bought it originally, SPCA, the Triad, and they had it for a very short period of time, and they realized that it was just gonna be beyond their means and their resources to run a mobile unit, because there's a lot of time and resources that takes to do that. So fairly quickly, it was sold to the UAC. And the UAC pretty much never used it as a mobile unit. It remained at the shelter in the parking lot and was used there to serve, mostly rescue groups, people that would schedule 5 or 6 animals at a time. And it also was used to do overflow animals from the shelter. So it was used, the surgery units were used, Dr. DeMarco did most of the surgeries on Spot, but it has never fulfilled that original intention of getting out into neighborhoods in the community. It's complicated. Apparently it's more complicated than many of us know in terms of power sources and everything else, and just the cost. It's not miles per gallon, it's like, how many gallons per mile kind of question. So it is complicated. One thing that I had wondered about with respect to Spot, we talked a lot about in last night's meeting as well, targeting zip codes, targeting neighborhoods. And listening to Aaron speak about the difficulty, and we've talked about before, the difficulty of persuading people to spay and neuter, and that was the whole point of the ordinance, kind of like there's a little stick as well as a carrot. I didn't know if one thing to consider is looking at animal control data on where unaltered pet fee citations are being given out. Those people have an incentive to get it done soon, 30 days, and maybe those could be the neighborhoods where it goes, as a way to start that targeting process with people that have an incentive to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to target, and we shared a link that I think Clarence had shared with us about other communities. That's what they're doing, right? New community purchase a spay neuter vehicle, they're using GIS mapping, hotspots, hot zones, whatever you want to call them, and that's where the vehicle's going out. We're targeting those areas. We have the data where the cats, dogs, animals are coming from. We need to target those areas, but we need to work from a very small outward and not out in. So we need to identify where those spots are, and for most parts, in most cities or communities, they tend to be, one area or the other, where we got the call records. We can go back years on those call records, and for the most part, it might not change, or it hasn't changed. So yeah, I think there's an opportunity there, but we just have to sit down and just really look at everything again and really see how can we really use the vehicle that is really making sense, but we don't have 1 or 2 groups just doing all the work and the rewards aren't there, meaning the surgery numbers are not there because for whatever reason, people are not signing up. So
Well, maybe we can take a look at some of the best practices that you just mentioned in other communities, and maybe in June,
look
might
at
be able to
that.
have some sort of a report on what we've found. Is this gonna be practical or not? Are we gonna be able to figure out ways to incent?
I would be more than happy, Aaron and I can talk, and sorry, Mr. calling you today. And I can definitely have something prepared for June.